Alright, so welcome to part 7 of this pond build. Things have really been progressing quite quickly in this last week because I've been off work with COVID. Work policy means I can't go in while testing positive, so I felt a bit rubbish but not too bad, so I've been able to crack on with this pond and we've really got things going. Now the block work's all finished, as I'll show you in a minute, so this is going to be a bit of a quick update and we're just going to go through what I've been up to, where we're up to and what the next stages is. So if I spin you around and I'll show you where we are, hopefully the light's alright. So there we go. The pond is all done, the window is nicely cut out, ready to go. We've even managed to get the Nexus sat in the corner where the filter's going to sit. So it's 4 meters just over by 2 meters. By at the moment we're at about 4 foot depth. So today's job is going to be cutting out the edging that I left in there just to stop it collapsing while I was building, and digging down to try and get that 5 foot depth that we want, so we can get it all nice and level all the way along. So as you can see, I've got the skimmer just sat in place there at the moment. I haven't glued it in position yet. Not entirely sure the best way, but probably just use thte to install it into its position. But one little mistake was I measured for the skimmer, so it sits absolutely perfectly flush, but I forgot that the lid itself has an overlap, so I can't actually sit the lid in there properly just yet, which was a bit of an oversight on my behalf, but it'll be easy enough. I'll just shave a bit off the top of those blocks and that should sit down quite nicely. But yeah, I think it's looking really good just sat there. So we'll show you the filter area. It's not exactly a filter house just yet, but so if we spin you around there, you can see the skimmer comes through the wall, and then on the bottom of that skimmer, I have got a video about the skimmer earlier on. I don't know if you can see that there. We've got a 2-inch outlet from the pond and also an 1.5-inch waste pipe, and the waste pipe will come down, and then over in this corner tucked behind the Nexus we have a gully drain which I haven't set up, but I think that's where it's going to sit, but we'll worry about that when we do the floor to the filter house. My dog has joined us. He's very interested in digging in this corner still. And then as you see, we've got the Nexus just sat there at the moment. It's going to have to come out again when I put the floor in because I'm laying a concrete slab floor, but I just put it in there just to check that it fitted alright. And also, once I've dug this floor out, I'm going to be digging the trench for the bottom drain pipe to come in, and I wanted to make sure I got this 4-inch inlet into the Nexus from the pond to come up bang in the right place, because as you can see there, if I climb up onto the pond and try not to fall in while holding a camera, it's quite a snug fit into this corner, as you can see there. But I think it will be absolutely fine there because I've got access to the inlet where the air will sit on the back. We've got the waste pipes, as you can see, just sat there at the bottom, and then we've got the inlet on this side which will go to probably a 20,000 vary around at 50%, and I can run the returns all the way down the back of the pond. As we walk down here, we have the first return just on this side here, you probably can't see very well in the light, and then that will tee off to another return over in this corner which we have down here, and then the third return is back over by the filter house just to the bottom left of where the skimmer is. So probably 3 returns coming off the Nexus, so it won't be kicking out a massive amount, because it'll be, as I say, probably you want to run the Nexus as I think at about 10 to 13,000 litres an hour, so that's split between 3 returns. Should get a nice flow though with the 3 going around there. The reason for putting 3 returns, not 2 on there, is to give it a good vortex going around the pond to give a nice flow, and secondly, that third return I will have on a separate valve to allow me, maybe in the future if I can ever afford to, with current prices of electricity, is to run a heater in the future, so that'll give me another return to put a heater onto if I need to in the future. So yeah, it's looking quite nice at the moment, as I say. Dig the rest of this pond out later. get it to the right depth all the way around, pretty much is anyway. So yeah, I think things have gone really well, so I'll just get down and give you one last overview of it, and then I better get cracking with the shovel. Right, so yeah, that is going to be the view, which I think once it's all cladded up nicely and all finished, build this filter house up, and I think it's going to look really nice. I think it's going to fit in really nicely with the garden. I was worried a little bit about the height to start with, but I've finished a little bit lower than I was originally planning, because the garden being sloped, as you come in, this wall height doesn't really look it on camera, was looking a bit too high, so I've actually gone for a slightly smaller height than I was expecting, and we're going to dig down a little bit to give us the height that we want. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to get the shovel out, do some digging, get this leveled out, and I'll chat to you in a little while once that's done. Alright, so as you can see, I'm a lot lower down in the pond now. I've managed to dig it out. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. We're actually the next day now, the morning of. I just about finished it yesterday, but I was so dusty and knackered from it. Turns out COVID does take it out of you if you do a lot of digging all day. But we're there now. I've just got to give it a little rake and take the stones out, but that'll probably be in the next video when I start digging the trench for the bottom drain and the pipe work. So if it stays dry today, I'll probably start on that one, but I'll just spin you around, show you the depth. We're at bang on 5 foot now, so you can see all the way along. We've got the collar, and then we've got probably a couple of feet of soil underneath the collar, so it's nice and even all the way around, other than where this pest keeps digging holes that I have to keep filling back in again, but there we go, that's just the way it is. So yeah, you can see there's actually quite a bit below the collar, a couple of feet or so, so if you think that's a good 3 or 4 block layers probably, and then we haven't concreted the base, so the savings from doing it this way over fiberglassing and doing the bottom is quite a lot. It's quite a significant difference. I know fiberglassing and concrete bottom and all that is the lot better way to do it, but if you're on a bit of a budget, or if you're like me, first pond, first one you want to build properly, then this is a good alternative way to go, I think. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. The next one will be starting some of the pipe work, as I say, installing the bottom drain, the 4-inch pipe work going to where the nexus will be, so that'll be quite fun and interesting. I've never done it before, so fingers crossed that goes okay. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe if you're enjoying this series, and I'll catch you in the next one.